This is a special edition of, I guess, it ain't gonna be Speak On It. Is it still gonna be Speak On It? Okay, we're gonna see.
I had already heard.
I can turn a shade tree into a money tree.
It's the men's edition of Speak On It with two of the most talked about men from the Real Housewives of Atlanta this year.
Hey, not me. They ain't talking about
No.
me. It's this man right here, and I'm. Thank you, my brother.
Hey. We're gonna do. That's just because of COVID. We didn't have a chance to do enough scenes together.
No, I think they definitely are talking about it, but in different ways. You know, Todd, with you being a part of the show for what, about 7 years? You're the uncle of the show.
I'm the OG. Okay, OG.
You the OG uncle of the show.
You know
what I'm saying? You got nephew coming in, and the nephew of the show is coming in.
Nephew coming through blazing.
What was your first reaction when you started watching this season and seeing Ralph come into play? Like, what was your reaction?
I hate to ask you today, because it's your anniversary. I want to know, can you all do praise and worship on Sunday morning?
We try to celebrate for the entire weekend.
It's because of God, you've been married 6 years.
Yo, it's just a breath of fresh air to see some fellas come. You know, and some dudes that's, you know.
I know there's some things that we got to get on the same page with, and this is work that you and I need to do.
The thing that's tough, we don't do no scenes together. You know, well, I haven't done scenes. A couple of guys have done scenes, but I haven't had a chance to kind of interact in scenes or, you know, talk ish with them. So this is the first time we really ever, like, we've hung out, but I'm saying, like, in front of a camera, this is the first time we ever kind of kicked it and don't have, you know, an interview.
Got you. So when you were looking and you see, okay, we have a new lady, a part of the cast, her husband, and like first episode, they come out, bang, 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 fire.
Yeah.
Did it remind you of anything in your life?
It did, but I'm gonna say this. The thing I like about all the guys, well, I'm gonna say the thing I like so far about you is that you're coming real with what's going on. You're not like fluffing it. You're not kind of hiding behind anything. You're kind of like saying stuff like, and I'm like, dang, did my man just say that? You know what I mean? Like, but that's what makes people like you. You just being authentic, being you, and you're not, you know, just kind of trying to hide everything. So
real life, man.
Yeah, I give you props on that.
So
it's scary.
It is definitely it's scary, and it's your real life. So Ralph, I don't know if had you watched the show before you got on the show?
Not really. I mean,
okay.
Drew tried to get me to watch it. I was like, man, I got other things to do. I got business to take care of, you know?
Okay.
But then all of a sudden, it was like, when we first got on, it was, they had me come out guns blazing. I thought they was going to have me come out, you know, playing or having something like, which was like a normal introduction or something like that. But man, that first episode was rough.
You were gone for 3 days.
I was always assessing.
I'm not gonna sit here and look stupid. I'm not.
So the first episode, when you guys sat there, you were having this conversation, you living your life in front of the camera, and I think at one point your wife almost was ready to tear up, like, what is going on? Like, are we really doing this today?
He's embarrassing me. Like, I hate that shit. I just feel like I can't get through to my husband.
That was the first time you had done this. Did you at that moment think, oh my God, should I do reality TV?
Yeah, I mean, that definitely crossed my mind. I mean, because it's crazy and it's real, and I wasn't ready for like the backlash that comes with it. You know, it's real, man. So there's like reality, and then there's reality TV, and so how they just paint the whole entire thing, and also seeing yourself on television, it's just like, wait a minute. And then on top of that, you know, it's like this was a moment in time that we've been able to journey through, and then all of a sudden to go back.
So you relived it. So that was the part when everybody sees
Can
it.
I
Like,
just ask a question?
yeah.
What was she tearing up about? I just want to make sure everybody.
So if I recall, y'all were sitting there, and she was like, "We're not even really talking about the issue."
You were gone for 3 days.
So I mean, everybody in America obviously want to be like, "So where the hell were you, Ralph? You know, for 3 days?" You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody like, where the hell was you at for 3 days?
Now I know my wife ain't let me go nowhere for 3 days, brother. You know, and I was like, my man went somewhere for 3 days.
So since we speaking on it,
Did you like turn your phone off? Like how does it go when you just break out for 3 days?
No, I mean, listen. I mean, something that's real. I mean, think about it, right? We had George Floyd. We had you had the inequality. You had all of these different elements that was just impacting. We had the pandemic. I couldn't leave the house. I travel every week for work. You know,
Okay.
I'm in a different state all the time. And then all of a sudden, I'm in the house. My wife, I don't know if you guys know, but you know, we talk about it on the show. She went through 3 Achilles surgeries. Guess who had to become her nurse? This guy, you know? So I'm doing the changes. She got, like, literally, we got an IV in the house, and I'm doing changes. It's real, you know?
Oh, wow.
I got videos and pictures of it and everything. So, you know, doing 2 changes a day, 12 hours apart. The change took like 3 hours. So sometimes I'm doing a change 3 o'clock in the morning, you know? And so it was like all of these different things that was incurred with me. And bro, at some point in time, you know, we ended up getting into this really big argument just because, you know, of differences of how life should go and decisions that we should make. I'm a very pragmatic person. She made a decision that I didn't think was the best decision. And bro, it ended up turning into this whole big explosion. I was like, I gotta leave for myself. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I gotta get away. And
So you dipped and you went to.
Wait. So this was during the pandemic you did?
This is during the pandemic.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Did you drive? Was you
I
on a
drove.
plane?
I was safe. I was safe.
Okay, I'm just
I was
asking.
safe.
So like, pandemic time was a little tough to leave. It's like, you know, so you must have been really going through some shit.
Bro, I was going through it, man. It was rough.
Okay.
It was extremely rough. And so I did the best thing I could possibly think about doing, you know? I was like, I got to get away from my own sanity, you know? I mean, think about it. I promise you, first and foremost, let's be real about it. Domestic violence increased during the pandemic, you know?
All kinds,
like it was, people committed suicide during the pandemic. It was a lot of things where people had like
People getting divorces.
oh my God, divorces.
You'll realize if you really like somebody
no,
during
that's
the
Real
pandemic
talk.
and
You
you stuck
had,
up
you
in
had
the
a
house.
lot of
trust me.
things people were going through, especially
right.
you stuck. You don't have your place of refuge, your place of
Yeah.
escape, the things that you're used to doing.
Right.
And you're in a house and you're like, I mean, I'm telling you, it's like, what do you do when you're in that position and you can't go anywhere? It's like somebody just poking you. How many times can you get poked before you lose it?
So like with that, I mean, we here on Speak On It. So I'm like, are we gonna really speak on like, I wanna know, I as a viewer wanna know like,
You were gone for 3 days.
well, where the hell was you?
We're gonna talk about that later. Keep watching.
He's embarrassing me. Like, I hate that shit.
Keep watching.
Oh, so
We're gonna get
later,
there.
we're gonna get to the point where we figure out, since you guys have moved forward and you're dealing with in reality, we're gonna get to the point where we say, okay, well we know where the resolution of this is, or is this kind of this thing that we gonna deal with for a few more seasons?
I just feel like I can't get through to my husband.
You know?
No, of course not, man. We're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
Definitely.
Was
And
it
you'll
a
see
secret?
it.
Was it like a secret guys trip? Like you call home and yo,
Secret
meet me.
guys.
Yo, jump in the van. I'm gonna meet you. Like what? I know you can't talk about it right now,
Bro, let me tell you something. Like literally, we are going to definitely get there, my
Okay,
dude. You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
No,
It's
I know,
definitely
I know,
going
I
to
know,
come.
I
It's
know,
definitely
I know,
going to come.
I know.
See, I'm asking y'all, and I want him to speak. You know, so okay, y'all figured out jumping into this. Y'all hit boom, right? Y'all are talking about issues. You have a mother-in-law who's a part of your story.
You know that I tell it like a TIS is, so you know that I'm embedded in my sermon.
Oh yeah, I forgot to include her into this.
Oh, okay.
I
Tell me,
met
include about
mother-in-law.
this. So that's
she's a sweetheart. I met her. Like,
I get
she
you.
a little feisty when I saw her on the show. It's like, okay, she a little spunky though.
You know that I tell it like a TIS is.
You said including her in this. How does she play into? What do you mean?
Nah, so let me tell you, my mother-in-law crazy cool. You know,
Yeah.
we got a great relationship, great
I didn't
dynamic.
see that on the show. I'm gonna tell you that.
I know you didn't. It's all good. And you're
Gonna
not.
be honest.
Like, let me tell you, I know you didn't see it. But the thing is that we're cool. But you never, like, I never actually lived with my mother-in-law. So, interesting enough, I brought
Oh,
my.
this your first time living
This
with
is
her?
my first, like, yeah. So this is how it happened, right? When my wife ended up hurting herself, I still had to travel.
Okay.
So I brought my mother-in-law down. Like, all right, cool. You know what? I'm gonna get your mom to come. Being a husband and I am, I'm gonna get your mom to come take care of you, so I can go and continue working on business. Keep everything afloat. And then the pandemic happened, so she was stuck.
Got you. So
Mind you,
you
she
had,
lives in Chicago.
So you had a
You can't
house
really
guest
send
that
her
you
out.
couldn't
Yeah.
really like be like, oh, this was good, thank you, bye. But you couldn't be like, ain't it time for you to go home?
I couldn't do that. Where was
Okay.
she gonna go?
Pandemic, yeah.
I got
You know
you.
what I'm saying? It's like, all right, cool. You can't fly. You can't do anything. So she's stuck.
Okay.
And it was too long.
When you
to
broke
drive.
out, you could have just dropped her off.
Nah, bro. I would.
I'm just fucking. You're like,
Yeah,
I'm out.
ain't dropping
You want to
her
come? I'm gonna drop you back
Not
home.
So how long did you have?
That's a 12-hour drive, bro. It's not happening.
Did you have your mother-in-law staying with you all?
She stayed from February all the way. Matter of fact, for probably like November.
Oh, so she was there 9 months, like
No,
a
no,
whole.
yeah. Matter
So
of
you
fact,
had,
she actually had residency at my place now. She
Right,
was a
right.
squatter officially.
She getting mailed in.
Exactly.
you had to really evict her if you wanted to. You get what I'm saying? But okay, so in that you had the problems with Drew. So I think this is where your stories kind of coincide. Your mother-in-law had a lot of opinions, and Todd, you've dealt with mother-in-laws with a lot of opinions.
Right.
Since Todd has been here, it's like you don't have a family. How many pictures you got of your mama?
How do you feel like when you looked at it? How did you feel about, okay, I'm seeing this and I see some things I've been through? And I want to ask you after that, Ralph, how did you feel going through it and then watching it back? But like, Todd, what is your thoughts when you saw it?
So for me, I'm like, I should have disappeared for like a few days because my shit was worse. Come on, people, y'all remember mine. And I didn't even disappear for 3 days. So
Bro, you should have called me.
Bruh, I didn't know you back there, but I would have hit you up. Yo, where do we go? Okay. No, but just watching it, man, it kind of took me back to some things. And you know what? Family is first, so it's just good seeing how you deal with it.
Respect and sex.
What's the preferred frequency for
I
that?
can't even listen to this.
I would
This is
say
just
minimum 3 times a week.
Like you, real respectful. You know, you make sure you keep, that family structure in line.
I grew up in a single-family household. My father left at a really early age, and so I found myself pretty much having to assume the role of the man of the house, I should say.
And I think that's key first. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make sure family's right. But it's not an easy situation.
Not at all.
It's not. Because when me and Candy first got together, it was some talks about her mom possibly living with us. And I was just like, hey, I've never been in that situation, and I think we're too fresh in our relationship for me to deal with that. You know what I mean? Like, cause I want,
You couldn't live with Mama Joyce though?
it wasn't about Mama Joyce.
I was just asking a
I wanted to
question.
see my lady butt naked running through the guest house.
Okay.
That
You know what I
part.
mean? Like, I want to have fun with you. It's not about your mom. It's about us. Like, let's get to grow together and have fun and have these experiences in our own space.
Okay.
And that's where, for me, it was like, I'm not ready. But if there was ever a situation where Mama Joyce needed to live with us because of anything, no, I'm good. But she could stay in the main house with us, but the guest house gotta still turned because we need our space.
No, I get you.
know what I mean?
As a married couple.
Yeah, you know.
So with you, like you had your mother-in-law with you, like when you look back at this, do you feel like it had a moment where you're like, this might be hurting my marriage?
Oh, 100%. I mean, Todd just said it. You know, I mean, we trying to have our little moments and everything like that. My mother-in-law was just, the thing is, she's also hard of hearing. So you'll be like, so she'll come to the door, knock, knock, knock. Are you guys dressed? We like, no. She just walked right in the room. I'm like,
Oh, so Mama seeing
wait,
y'all
wait,
butt
oh,
is
oh.
naked. Oh.
And then she looks down first.
No!
I'm like, no.
Mama
Hey,
didn't walk in.
here it is. Here it
No! Ain't she a pastor?
is. Is she a pastor?
Oh no, you did not flash the pastor, bro.
Talking about, but is it convenient hard of hearing, or is it really always hard?
Oh, bro, sometimes it's convenient. I mean, I promise you. Sometimes you'll be like, man, she hears some things that she's never supposed to hear.
Right.
I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Right.
Wait. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I thought
she
you-
didn't even got the hearing aid in.
Right.
How did that happen?
So your mom is living with you. Y'all are there. I'm not gonna lie. At one point, you've trended online. Looking back at this happened last summer. You were in a pandemic. Your wife was sick. Y'all have had all these changes. You jumped right into reality TV. You're looking back at this now. What would you say was like the one moment when you started looking back at this where you were like, oh, what did we just do? Like, did you have any moment that you've seen up until these episodes?
Yeah, my first episode, like coming out the gates. Because you got to think, right? When that first episode, that was our anniversary, our real anniversary. Like it wasn't no joke. And so we sitting there and we ended up having a conversation. Like we just didn't hash it out, you know what I'm saying, and really talk about it. Because I mean, I came back in and went right back into gear. Father, husband, you know what I'm saying, like I started just trying to make sure I kept everything together. Because at the end of the day, that's what's important to me. And then all of a sudden, it was just like, bam. You know?
So watching it back, did you feel like with the people that were talking online, because we read the comments, y'all read the comments, let's be honest, people read the comments from Twitter to Instagram. Did you feel like the people were being hard on you, or did you see when you were watching it back what they were saying?
I could see it. I could definitely see it. So let's think about it, right? I am definitely a strong alpha man, you know?
Okay.
Like literally, I am very pragmatic.
Are you an only child?
No.
Okay.
And I'm Aquarius too. But I was the man of my house for a long
Okay.
time. You know,
Gotcha.
so I
So-
took on that role. Like, all right, cool. I'm gonna make things happen.
Okay.
I'm gonna figure things out, and I'm gonna do the best job I possibly can. And that right there has led to my success.
Okay.
You know,
And some people may not, and I don't know if y'all talk about this on the show, like what Ralph Pittman, the businessman, what do you do if they don't know? Because people be like, well, what Drew? Okay, I know what Drew do, but maybe Drew take care of her husband then. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you? They say it about everybody.
I wouldn't
Come on.
do it.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't got no job.
You know what I'm saying?
The cameramen make a lot of money. So stop playing. I would never
They do make a lot of money. We're talking about this, like, and people may not know. Ralph Pittman, they see it, like I said, they may be like, you know, he over there living off of Drew Sidora money and buying it off of her. So who is Ralph Pittman, the businessman, just if they don't know, what do you do in as much detail as you'd like to give?
So I started actually. So I'm in the corporate world also,
Okay.
right? And so I've been a enterprise software sales executive.
Okay.
For quite some time. That's really where I started up. Now I advise Fortune 100 companies on different strategies in order to really truly just grow their business,
Okay.
as well as take over the world. Really, truly, the things I work on are very transformational.
Okay.
So that's what I do. I advise organizations on what they should be doing, best practices and things of that nature. So it's a really, truly high-profile job. On the other hand, also I do mind music, and so I created a sleep system for kids just to help them just be able to get the rest that they need, so parents can get the rest that they deserve.
Turn up, man. Create mind music to put the kids to sleep.
I need some mind music from
Yeah.
myself.
We need adult mind music.
Yeah.
I need something to get some of this anxiety out of me.
Okay, so we're watching this. We're getting there. You're looking at it. You see, counselor. You see, y'all are going through all of this in front of millions of people. You're dealing with your personal stuff. We're dealing with this pandemic. And, Drew she meets this new group of ladies.
Mm-hmm.
We have this, the cameras are following them. Did at any point, did your wife come home at any point and be like, with them, or I met some really cool, or like what was that kind of pillow talk because it was new for her too?
No, I mean, she was very open to it, She had an opportunity to go and meet a group of girls, and of course, we talking about during a pandemic, she needed to get out anyway.
Okay.
And so she clicked with a lot of the ladies right away. A couple she didn't,
Okay.
Of course, you can see that.
She has a few ladies, that she didn't click
yeah.
with. Her and LaToya bump a little heads, and
Oh yeah. Oh, she said she was the fan and gave it a
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was,
LaToya don't click.
that was
She got her
kinda dope.
autograph.
That was kind of dope.
That was dope.
You told her to do that.
Nah, that's Drew, man. She's
She
the artist,
fresh like that?
Yeah.
Okay. That
So
was
so
fresh.
you see that, and she's telling you like, okay, I met some of these girls. Like, was there ever a moment when she even started interacting with the ladies where y'all were like, let us get the hell off of this though, because right now this is a lot.
Yeah, I think, what I'm saying? It comes down to like the clashing, right? Because we want to have a good time. We want to actually have fun, And so when it starts getting like kind of crazy, when you start having conflict, somebody's coming for your life and everything like that. Like, wait a minute. Like,
So
what
when
is
they
this?
come, who was coming for the line? Hold on.
Oh
Ralph,
man,
come
I mean,
on.
of course, Drew straight walked into the scene and they was getting on her wig,
Well, you should be glad.
Why?
She was coming for you.
She came for me?
She was.
I don't even know her.
It's like, I'm telling you. So that's something like girls typically they don't blast you like that, and then also all of a
You
sudden
in
you
the
actually.
you in the A,
The
like
A.
wigs,
Makeup, body.
clip-ons, and whatever shit they be
Booties
doing.
and
They
booties.
be real crazy about
No, for
it.
real. They'd be like, look at her booty lopsided. Look at her hair blah. Like, it's the A. Like,
It ain't
so
no place like Atlanta when it comes to
when
that.
it comes to like beauty and fashion and the
Yeah.
look of all, like it makes you, it's one of those things. So after a point, your wife, do you feel like it brought y'all closer because she's having these outside conflicts with people that are not in your house? Were y'all able to talk about it and you be like, oh, okay, like, no, I got you, babe. We in this together. Like, or do you feel like you was like, oh, okay, how did that work?
No, definitely, man. I ride for my wife. You know what I'm saying? I make sure I hold her down, make sure that she's good, make sure that she feels confident. Because at the end of the day, we still a unit, we still a team, regardless over anything else. It was a couple of times she came back in and was just like, Ralph, this happened to me, or I got into this big argument. I'm like what happened, So therefore, I mean, that's what a husband's job is. You go and console them, they cry and tell her about your day and everything like that. And so I'm just her sounding board. I'm making sure that she's good to go, giving her advice with certain things, being like, you know what, these are some things you can actually go and do to get through this. Maybe you need to go and have a conversation, or maybe you need to talk.
Oh, so you hyping her up? You hyping her up, Ralph? No, Ralph is the hype man. Ralph like, go check her.
Nah,
Ralph
like,
hyping her.
But
you got to.
I got
and then on top of that, I'm from Jersey.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a different kind of dude to begin with, you know?
Well, what part of Jersey?
Central. I'm from Central Jersey, but hey, at the end of the day, we all from Jersey. Hey, cut that New York junk out. But at the end of the day, man, you know, like look, I'm still straight East Coast. Drew is from Chicago.
Yeah, that Midwest.
No, she said that in one of the episodes.
Oh, she from Chicago, and she was.
You gonna know that she's where she's from. You know what I'm saying?
The last bitch that grabbed me found her head rammed in a damn gate. Don't f me, I'm from Chicago, bitch.
So it's just a certain kind of thing, though, what we do and what we don't do. And so that's one thing that actually we come together on because we gonna keep it 100 with you. We gonna keep it real.
That's right.
But at the same time, I had to have conversations just to make sure that she's good. Like, yo, talk to her about this, you know?
See, Ralph, I'm not gonna lie. People I've seen it in the comments, they was like, he the new Peter Thomas. So you know who Peter Thomas is?
I know who Peter Thomas is.
They like, see, Ralph always, he getting him up. Ralph is, he over there, he involved. He commenting.
Was he? I'm gonna be honest. I've
never done none of that.
I'm gonna just say the only episode I saw.
Yo.
No, let me tell you one episode I saw. It was like you was greeting every woman at the door. I was like, who does
Todd ain't there.
Yeah, I ain't greeting. Not in a bad way.
Todd
I'm out of here. Like, y'all doing y'all shit. All right, nah, you want a beverage? Nah, y'all. They know. Get your shit. I'm out of here.
That's what I'm saying.
When you was doing that, I was like, he's a good dude.
Yo, my
better than me.
But this is right when I came back from the 3-day hiatus.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
You should have been great.
Hey, exactly, man. I was over here paying my dues. Like, hey, babe, look, I'm gonna make sure everybody's good.
Hey,
Hi,
how you doing?
I remember you.
Yes, I'm Ralph.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, nice to see you
Nice to see you
again.
as well.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna do the hospitality thing and then I'm gonna head out, you know? So I definitely
Okay.
played my part there, but I mean,
You had
I had to redeem myself, you know?
You did have to redeem yourself. I ain't gonna lie, because that America was going in on you, like in the comments, bro. So y'all have your wives. Every wife went on this trip to South Carolina. I'm gonna be honest, and wives, they had a bachelorette party, and this was one of the most talked about. Like, this has been on The View, this has been on Wendy Williams, this has been on The Real, this has been on every talk show in America mentioned about your wives and this trip. First reaction when you saw the episode. I just want first reaction.
Oh, Girls Gone Wild.
Miss Lickety Split. She is the action.
Matter of fact, Girls Gone Wild, carpet munching episode.
Carpet munching episode.
Okay, okay, Todd, your reaction.
Well, I'm part of the dungeon experience tour. Like,
So
for me, it's kind of like it's normal. The thing was, when Candy told me she was going down there, I was like, why don't you take the dungeon experience down and take Bolo? Like, make it fun.
Y'all should make this kind of like a bachelor party on the trip. You should find some strippers.
I didn't know it was gonna be this.
All the people, when we did our dungeon party, ain't no strippers everywhere.
I knew it'd be turned up.
South Carolina strippers turn up.
But I didn't think it would be a scandal who did Bolo type thing. You know what I mean?
You cannot smoke in here.
What are you gonna do? Arrest me for smoking?
But for me though, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I'm happy they had a good time. They let their wigs down.
Not their wigs,
back.
that's
I would have they did with the wigs and the wigs. But they had a good time. You know what I mean? Like, guys have good times. The ladies should have a good time.
Because I know they asked y'all about Mike Hill bachelor party, so
yeah, we were knitting and crocheting.
And we played spades. I mean,
that shit was like
real talk. You know what? It made me think. Like, I was like, all right, cool. I was like, women, they are crazy. They way crazier than ours. You know? Like, one thing that you can take, one thing I can definitely guarantee is when you have a man bachelor party, everybody's sitting down, chilling, throwing some ones, having fun, spades. Women, oh man, anything goes.
Hey!
They over here licking on each other,
Toya straddling Portia, and they were making out and grinding.
kissing each other in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? They doing it all. You would never see a dude doing that junk. I don't know. I've never seen a dude ever go and eat the box ever in my life.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
okay.
I don't know.
So we're going through this now. Since we in there, since we
I'm gonna tell you some shit. Dennis texted me. He was like, man, you seen Cynthia's bachelor party? We owe Mike a do-over. So Cynthia, what's up? Y'all wild out.
Yeah, I did.
Mike
So
needs to
we had Girls Gone Wild, the Auntie and Niece edition.
Right.
And so with this, you know what I'm saying, which is good. So Todd, like even at one point, you know, we have this mystery of what happened with Bolo, and maybe it was down the hall. At any point when you watched it, were you like, hold on, honey, what did you do? Did you have your own hold on, babe, what happened?
Well, you know, my wife called me when the shit was happening.
Okay.
Babe, this shit that got out of hand. I ain't gonna tell you what she told me. I ain't gonna tell you what she told me because the real is, and like I told her, and yo, what happens in the dungeon stays in the dungeon. You had a good time. That's what it's all about. It's not about ruining anybody's relationships, families, nothing like that. It was a great time. The ladies unwound and did their thing, and that's it. And that's what it should be.
Okay. So
and
you
hopefully, if anybody did engage, it was people who should be able to engage. And that's all I say. You know what I mean? And that's what it should be, and that's where it should stay, and it should move on.
Okay, so you were good like that. I'm gonna flip it, Ralph. When you watch the episode and you see these markers, and it's like Drew, Bolo, boom, boom, table, he flipped me over, boop, boop, boop. What is your thought?
And I mean, Drew and I spoke about it. You know, she told me about what happened earlier also. You know what?
Seeing it wasn't different.
Seeing it was different. Because she told me initially, she was like, yeah, you know, Portia taught me how to twerk and all this good stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. Bro, I promise you, I didn't know that it happened when the cameras went down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It wasn't, that was an after party, bro.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, this is Drew's first bachelorette party. You know? So I was just like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it like, all right, you know?
When it started one of them arrows and you see shadows, were you like, babe, can we re-talk about how this happened? Did it make you
we definitely had the conversation again. So look, walk me through this again. Walk me through what happened here, you know? Because, I mean, I don't know. You know, now you got to tell me because it's a difference between you telling me this story and now actually seeing it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it definitely created a whole nother conversation, you know, 6 months later when you saw it in the episode.
Yeah, I was like, yo, you can't tell me about my 3 days gone.
Well, that's a little different.
No, it's
3
not.
days.
No, it's not. Hey, let me tell you something, bro.
Think about bachelor. All right. Strip clubs, guys.
Yeah.
Get a lap dance, throw some money. You might touch a little bit. It's the same thing, and that's the thing. Like, not saying we got to get away because it's our wives, and it's easy for me to say because I know we've been doing the dungeon tour with Bolo, so I know my wife wasn't engaging. You better not have been, but you know what I'm saying. But I know that that's just the culture of kind of down south. Like my wife said, like they've always had strippers at baby showers. I think Christmas back in the day. I don't know, just a gang of stuff that they do. And for me, it's like, yeah, as long as you wasn't the one in that room where the noises were coming from.
Allegedly.
Well, I don't know.
Whoever room, if it was a room,
if
it was noises, I wasn't there, I don't know.
Right. You know what I mean? No, for real. No, but
I ain't hear Candy at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was Candy was off to the side, like,
she's
hey,
the ringleader.
you know what?
She set it up, like, yeah.
I'm evaluating. You know? I mean, hey. I'm the organizer.
Right. But the thing is, I don't know. I think it's just about them having their time, their fun. When guys have their fun. You know what I mean? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas type thing. So it's kind of like, let the ladies do their thing. And you just hope it wasn't your piece that got caught up. And that's just being honest. You know what I mean? Because I done been to strip club. I done been beat up about, he took his daughter to strip. My wife, I done been to strip club with my wife. You know, we might get a dance or whatever, and it's cool. And I just think this is just an extension of that shit. They had a great time. Leave it at that, and let's all move on.
Right.
And the ones that they saying who had maybe even a more of a great time, I think they're single. Like, are they?
Tanya's not single. They allegedly.
Oh, they said her.
She was in the room.
Okay, well.
Allegedly.
Then. Yeah, that's tough.
That's a tough.
That's when it gets
tough
tough.
swallow.
That's when it gets
All right,
tough.
Ralph, you.
I mean, look. Once again, you know what I'm saying, bro? I'm gonna be 100. I've just never seen a bachelorette party where everybody start looking on each other. I just never seen.
But did you see that? You didn't see that in this episode. I didn't see that in this episode. Did you?
Hey. Well, I mean, you saw kissing.
I saw some kissing.
You saw some kissing and everything like that.
Girls like the kiss, though.
You saw it. Okay, all right, cool.
Girls like the kiss.
Check it, right? Check it.
Hey, man, I'm just telling you.
I'm gonna be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
You don't
personally,
condone kissing.
Huh?
You don't condone kissing.
No. I mean, this is what it is. First and foremost, I like girl on girl stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever had a girl on girl moment with your wife?
Nope.
You answered that one.
No.
You answered that one too fast.
I promise you, bro. I promise you, I'm ready for it. I'm like, so that's my other practice. I probably, if there's anything I'm a little upset about, I'm like, wait,
why wasn't I there?
Yeah, you want to do all of that with them, and I'm not there? Like, Bolo, I got my weight right too. Drew, I got my weight right too.
You saw it, and that was just your. I was like, okay, but this. I didn't know it was gonna be all this girl on girl. That was the biggest reaction that you had.
That was definitely the biggest reaction. I just didn't expect that to happen, you know? So it was kind of crazy to watch. That right there lets me know it's a double standard between how men get down and how women get down. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that jump right there is crazy.
Okay, y'all had mics. Do you feel like with guys it's a total, nope, we not telling. And the women kind of violated by some of them speaking on it?
I'm gonna tell you what it was. The difference between this one and Mike's. They were in a comfortable space where they were able to relax and let their, was it wigs or the
weaves?
Yeah, they was in
their hair pieces.
Hair pieces down.
Clips.
Yeah, all of that.
We were in like a public kind of lounge rented space.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with people. I walked in, I was like, who are these people? And I don't know all Mike's people. I don't know all of Mike's people. There was people there that I'm not familiar with. So, of course, I didn't feel comfortable that, I didn't really want to lap dance. It was kind of like, I'm going to throw a couple of singles. He's having a good time. Let's make sure he's having a good time. Not so much all of us or not so much myself. And, I don't even think I stayed to the end of it. You know what I mean? Because it didn't seem so much of a turned up bachelor party. It was more just kind of like a gathering, right?
It really was.
With a couple of strippers. It wasn't like, it was nothing like that shit.
Can you move that camera?
That shit right there.
I threw some singles. I went and gave Mike some money so he can go and get to the girls, you know what I'm saying? Make sure he had a good time. And that was it,
So y'all didn't have a South Carolina experience?
Bro, nah.
So y'all boring.
So that's why I'm saying I love what you said, bro. Like we need to have a do-over. Yeah.
And that's only fair.
Matter of fact, Drew owed me a bachelor party too.
So check it out. Bravo, I'm pitching a special. Mike Hill's Do-Over Bachelor Party with the fellas. Three episodes. T-Tucker Productions. Y'all gonna watch it because we gonna turn up.
This one was a little too hot for TV too. So I can imagine, what it would be. So you're sitting this, we're like 10, 11 episodes in, and you sitting there like, I just seen all the craziness. You wake up, your name is flashed all of your wife's name is all over TV. Was this one of the like, another take a breath moment for you in reality? For both of you. Like you've been doing it for 10 years, but like, was it one of those moments where you were like, ooh, this is what we doing. Okay. Like we all over the TV about a stripper. And I never thought I would be talking about another man's wiener. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, was that what your thought process was? Like, what was going on?
Bro, I was like, here we go. We all in now. You know what I'm saying? It's like we've gotten to a point. Matter of fact, when we started off, we were like, all right, cool. Are we going to give people real life? Yeah. And this is part of real life. She made some actions and decisions based on how she felt she wanted to do and what she wanted to, how she wanted to live. And
it's gonna unfold. We still have some episodes.
We still got some episodes.
And some information that I hear might be said.
About who?
I don't know. I think they're gonna talk more about what happened and tell some more details.
Toya tweeted it.
But I do know, your wife's arch nemesis did tweet that her and your wife supposedly made out.
Do I need a lawyer?
See, that's the double standard right there. But no. Drew denies that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So Drew denies it.
Drew denies it.
Okay.
Drew denies it. So you know what I'm saying? Unless it comes out on camera and I can see it, and the world's gonna see it at the same time. Like, hey, y'all gonna watch it with me.
So you hearing it now, and if we get a clip in this coming episode, they like flashback, boom, they made out.
Bro. Listen.
Okay.
What you want me to say about it? You know what I'm saying? But once again, I think it's like that's the double standard I talk about.
No, I
get
what I'm
saying. Women can go and do whatever they want to do, and it's cute. Oh yeah, I kissed my friend. You know what I'm saying? Dudes, you kiss a girl or something like that, and oh man, all hell breaks loose, bro.
No, I get you. Like I said, this was one of the most talked about episodes. We've been on this show a long time, and I think this was definitely one of the most talked about episodes in the history of the show. Do you think it at ever of a point watching it or the backlash that has come after where you were like, I want to tell my wife, yo, we might be like, y'all might be going too far?
Hey, we here. You only live once, YOLO. So listen, that's the only thing I can really truly say. And that's how I live my life anyway. It's like, hey, I take whatever situations, and I'm used to that. So it's like you got to just take lemons and make them into lemonade. That's what I kind of say.
Oh.
Even, huh?
You lemonade, yeah, man.
It's a backhand compliment.
What
It's
is
like
a
saying,
backhand
oh
compliment?
yeah, you hot now, but you wasn't before you met
Well,
her.
he wasn't hot before he got with you.
Some of the crew that were filming, they were getting offended as well. After it, some of the guys came up to her and was like, Mama Joyce, we love you, but Todd was our boss.
I love you, and I am so proud of you. I didn't mean for what I said to be offending. I'm sorry.
Oh, she poured you a lemon?
Oh, yeah.
We made lemonade.
Lemonade. She was like, yeah.
My God, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It is what it is. And so it's a journey, it's a ride. And so we just go and just take it, you know? So we on here, we experiencing it. It's something that we're doing. And we'll see how things kind of just play itself out. But man, we really truly here for the journey.
So have they talked to you? You know, usually at points, if you're an integral part of the story, they, you know, sometimes bring the husbands to this thing called the reunion. Are you looking forward to, if they do bring the husbands, are both of y'all looking forward to having conversations about the things that has happened? You know, like in your story, you have a lot of personal story with you and your wife. In your story, your wife is dealing with a lot of things with an ex and her child's father and things that have happened with the dungeon. Like, are y'all looking forward to having a conversation about your personal story if they invite the guys to the reunion?
For me, 7 years in, I didn't deal with it all. So, talking about my wife's ex and child support, pay your child support. Like, the dungeon, hey, we took something negative, made it positive, and it's become a fun thing that people globally are talking about. Like, we flip it, and that's what it's about. It's about taking the negative stuff, having fun, flipping it, and also just being real about what's happening. Be you at all times. So
Right.
for me, like, I'm good. Like, if I'm at the reunion, let's go. You know what I mean?
Man, I think I'm gonna have to go and watch some of the replays of reunions when guys have been on there. I have no idea what to expect. So
Okay.
if I do go,
You want me to give you some advice?
yes.
All right, get fresh first.
All right,
cool.
Make sure you come out, tailor your shit up. Just be you, man, and like, just talk about what really happened. Give your real on what happened, and I think with that, like, I think the people really connect with those who are giving who they are. Don't go there and be a representative and ha ha ha. No, tell the real shit, get it out, and move on.
And that's what we're here doing anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, listen,
All
like,
the time.
I promise you, we came into this, one integral decision that we had to make. We were like, all right, cool, we're gonna do this show. I was like, look, we want to give them what real life looks like. We're gonna give them real life. And I didn't expect and anticipate to come out the box so hot, Like,
Yeah.
I came out, I thought we was gonna come out fun, having, doing different things so people
And
can
reality
experience us, and then reality happened, And so basically you are getting what we are, And I mean, it's other couples, and I promise you, one of the things that is great, although I get all of this negative
You get
attention.
negative? No, people would
just a
never
little
hit
bit,
you
a little
on
bit.
that,
But nah, I get DMs.
Wait, let me roll back. Wifey did a little picture over the shoulder. You back there looking like...
Basically.
I told my wife, I was like, babe, I can get him. She looked at me like, I don't know, babe. But you're gonna get the good and the bad.
Yeah,
yeah. And I don't know you, I'm just, getting to know you, but there's layers to you. You're a dad, you're a family man, you're a businessman. So they saw that part, so you're gonna show them some of the other sides, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it redeems you, but there should be many layers to you, so you shouldn't even trip. You know what I mean? Like, you gonna go through it, you gonna have your times where you feeling kind of like, what the fuck, this shit is crazy, but those other things redeem you. You know what I mean?
My dude, that's exactly where I was going, because it takes one DM, I promise you, so I can get
What kind of DMs you get, right?
Oh, bro, my DM crazy, but I can get a DM though that's actually positive. That's like, hey, you know what?
Right.
This right here is exactly what we're going through. I want to see how your story unfolds because me and my husband are dealing with the same exact issue, or my husband is exactly who you are, and this is what we're dealing with. So it's like real life involved in everything that we're doing, and that's the dope part about it, because I believe that we've been married almost going on 7 years. This isn't something that we just put together, something that we just created out of thin air. Nah, this is real, you know? And so this is things that happen in real relationships. So, I mean, we here for the journey and also, man, to influence people to, you know, show what marriage looks like.
That's real right there.
This, you know, I think after the next, you know, I think maybe another 10 episodes, we're going to have to come back because you get to see more. Because I'm telling you, it's always different when you see some more that has kind of transpired with your own story. You're like, okay, yeah, I forgot about that, you know, because this happened months ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we definitely want to have y'all come back, you know, see if we get some other guests. Maybe this is after y'all have y'all bachelor party.
Maybe a couple editions.
Maybe, you know, a couple editions.
That might be kind of cool to
see and have this kind of conversation. But before we leave, you know, Mr. Ralph Pittman, Todd Tucker, we got tell everybody where they can find you, you know, with social, because, you know, like you said, Ralph be on there trying to bulk up and show everybody out too, you know what I'm saying? The social part of it, and, you know, any website stuff that you want to give.
Yeah, absolutely. So definitely follow me at Ralph Pittman Jr. on all social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
You be tweeting to people, Ralph?
Nah, man, bro. Listen. I stay out of the comments and everything like that. I do whatever I got to do for business, though. You know. And then also, you know, follow my music, my Mind Music project on Instagram. Also, my Mind Music on the website as well, .com. Check that out as well.
Gotcha. And we'll definitely make sure we put it across. Todd.
Just check me out, Todd167 on IG. And look out for something new we're doing with the dungeon, because it's just time for the world to experience the dungeon. So we'll be announcing something soon. So make sure you check it out.
This was, you know, the fella. You know, y'all talking a lot more than I thought. I'm not gonna lie.
This is fun. Like, and I just think the guys. I always say, I just think the guys need to be more of an intricate part of the situation.
Because they're a part of the women, like you said. You're speaking to your wife, you having to deal with it. Like people give the guys a bad rap when they have an opinion of like, well, this happened, like, but I'm dealing with this with my wife also. We're a couple, so yeah, I got an opinion. That was whack. Like you should, you know, like people get mad when that happens, but you are a unit. So I think you're a definite part of the, you know, your wife's journeys, your wife's story. You know, people out there with this storyline, like, you know, the husbands are definitely a part of it. So this was, you know, I think this was a good talk about what you kind of go through. We kind of hit the points. Ralph didn't tell us where he was for 3 days. We still was checking on that. I was asking and hoping and wishing, but you know, maybe on the second part I can get him to tell it. He don't want to get in trouble with Drew when he get home. But we gonna wrap up.
Wait, can I say one last thing? Cynthia, Mike Hill gets a do-over. Mike, we got you. Miami, Star Island Yacht, Big House. No?
All right, that's what y'all doing.
The other side of the dungeon is coming. They have Bolo. I'm gonna bring the other side. Oh, there's the other side. Oh yeah, there's the other side.
Bro, I haven't experienced it, so
you've never been to
I'm here for it though.
Yeah. That part they saw was for the ladies, so I'm gonna bring the part that's for the guys. Because the dungeon is for everybody. Yeah. It's for everybody. Let's figure out the dates.
That wraps up the men edition of Speak On It. We're going to speak on it. Yeah. Either way, that wraps it up. That's a wrap.
I had already heard.
I can turn a shade tree into a money tree.